And abundance is here. My name is Bisola Miriam, and in this live session, I will be talking to you about a different topic. It is really exciting that the year is drawing to an end, and so to that, in that light, okay, I will be talking to you about a very important topic. I say it's a very important topic because, a lot of people at this time are working to relocate to study abroad, right? A lot of people are working to relocate to study abroad. So many scholars have, I've not really thought about what I'm going to be sharing today. And so, if your goal, your plan is to study abroad in 2022, you must listen closely to what I'm about to share. So, today I want to talk to you about leveraging mobile skills, in order to access fully funded scholarship in 2022. Leveraging mobile skills as a scholar plans to land a grantee scholarship in 2022. So I have divided my session today into three. Okay, I've divided my session into three. The first part of the session is um, assumption. The second part of the session would be on demystification. And the third part of the session would be on sharing the exact strategies on how you can learn or acquire mobile skills so that you can even better position yourself for a fully funded scholarship in 2022. If you're just joining in, can you just let me know where you're joining in from? If you're just joining in, let me know where you're watching live from. Let me know where you're joining in from. If you're joining on Instagram, on Facebook Live, on my Facebook page, on my YouTube channel, or even on the Telegram platform, let me know where you are joining in from. All right. So let's move on. Let us move on. So I said assumptions. A lot of people assume that when they get a fully funded scholarship, their struggles would automatically come to an end. That is not true. A lot of people assume that when they get a fully funded scholarship, their struggles automatically come to an end. That is not true. I say it is not true because when you move abroad, if now the truth is when you convert what you will be paid as a scholar or as a student on an F1 visa abroad, yes, it's a lot of money, no doubt, okay? It is a lot of money, no doubt. But the truth of the matter is, it is not a lot of money when you estimate that money in the currency of the country that you're going to. So let me break this down. So you so let's say the plan is you are going to study in the US, and then your stipend is about 1,200 or $1,500. The truth of the matter is, when you pay your rent and pay your other bills, you are most likely not going to have a lot of money left. So when you pay your bills, okay, you are most likely not going to have what? A lot of money left. And so you need to get clear. The assumption that you must take away or you must reorientate yourself about or on is that going abroad does not automatically solve all of your problems. Yes, it gives you some level of comfort, it gives you some kind of leverage, it helps you to be able to access certain opportunities, but it does not take away your troubles. It doesn't take away your challenges. It doesn't take away the fact that you are still going to struggle or have to manage or get by financially. Now, that is the now I've talked about the assumption and I'm demystifying that assumption already. Another thing you need to bear in mind when you're moving abroad as a scholar is, if you're going to study on an F1 visa, meaning you're going in as a student, you're not going to be able to work. You're not going to do any kind of you know um job. You can work on any job aside your assistantship, whether it's a teaching assistantship or a research assistantship. If you're lucky to get a scholarship, yes, you may be able to work. Now, some scholarships might make it so clear that my states might be very specific, okay? Specific in the sense that they will not allow you work. I mean, there are conditions when you get funding, and so those conditions you have to adhere to strictly. And so in adhering to those conditions, you are not going to have, several options, because if, for instance, your stipend is not enough, or you have some family responsibilities that will make it difficult for you to rely or live completely on $1,500 a month, then you need to start asking yourself, what do you do next? So it's not enough for you to think that, oh, when I get a fully funded scholarship, all of my struggles will come to an end. No. It is not just enough for you to think that, oh, when I get a fully funded scholarship and I start getting paid, the money will be enough. Or when I get a fully funded scholarship and I'm working in my as a research assistant or a teaching assistant, or whether it's even a scholarship or a fellowship, oh, I would then be able to work other jobs. That is not exactly it. And so another thing you need to also take note is, you see, a lot of us come from, countries where we take several courses in a semester, right? You take several courses back home. Maybe as a student in your first semester back home in Africa, in Nigeria, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Ghana, or Kenya, or wherever, you are able to combine 5 to 7 courses in a semester, and then you do good, you do well. You cannot do that here. You are less likely going to be able to succeed when you combine several courses. And so the course load, I mean, the requirement of the courses are so many. The curriculum is so rigorous that you are most likely not going to be able to have time to do any other thing. And so how then do you survive, how then do you leverage on a mobile skill such that even if you move from Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, Botswana, Kenya, you are still, or wherever, you're still able to what? Thrive abroad. Now, I will share some quick strategies before as I wrap up this video. Number one, you must understand that not all skills can be monetized, or I mean, not it is not every skill that you can continue to develop or continue to um you know use when you move abroad or operationalize, right? What I'm trying to say is, it is not every skill. It is not every skill, every expertise that you have right now that will still be useful when you move abroad. So for instance, if right now you know so much about, fish farming or poultry farming, you are not likely going to be able to use that skill when you move abroad. You are not likely going to what? Be able to use that skill when you move abroad. Another example is, if you happen to, have a skill in an area that is time consuming. So for instance, you know how to make auto geles, ready-made gears. Oh, so you know how to make shoes, you know how to make candles, you know how to, produce notebooks, you know about publishing. Yes, these are very good skills, right? But guess what? You would not have the time to what? To make relevant use of these skills when you move abroad. You will not be able to. And so, what are the kind of skills that would help you after you have relocated and that will still be very much relevant? I mean, that would keep you going aside from schoolwork. Remember that schoolwork is going to be time consuming. So you will need other things that would make you happy, or other things that would make life easy for you. So, what are those things, right? What are the kind of skills that you need to begin to develop, or even if you don't have them yet, you can learn? I call them mobile skills. Mobile skills. A mobile skill or a mobile expertise is anything you can do anywhere in the world with or without your physical presence or physical access to the people with whom you want to serve with that skill. Let me take that one more time. A mobile skill is that skill that you can use to touch the lives of people irrespective of your physical location, irrespective of where you find yourself in the world. Let me take that one more time. A mobile skill is any skill that you can use to change the lives of the people around you with or without your physical presence in the lives of those people. When I say physical presence, I mean you're not, I mean you, some people are watching me right now. I am streaming live in the States, right? Some people are watching me where? In Nigeria. Some people are watching me in Ghana. Some people are watching me in Botswana. People are watching me in different parts of the world, right? So the truth of the matter is you need to the last video ended, so I'm going to stream again on my, so give me one moment. Let me sort this out on Instagram. So one other thing that you really need to understand is, as much as it is, very easy for you to study abroad, get a fully funded scholarship, it is not easy for you to cope just doing schoolwork and not have other things that you with whom you can use to change the lives of people. And so having a mobile skill is very important. Having a mobile skill is very important. With this mobile skill, you're going to be able to reach people, touch lives, and make your impact known. Now, speaking is a mobile skill. You can speak anywhere in the world, right? Public speaking is a mobile skill. I mean, anywhere in the world, this skill is going to pay you dividends. You can get speaking engagement, you can be invited to, talk about the things that you care about. You might even be lucky, you might even choose to write a book on public speaking, right? Speaking is something that is a mobile skill, and you are going to, um, earn the dividends of that skill after you move abroad. All right. After you move abroad, you're going to earn the dividends of that skill. Another point I would like to talk about is another thing I would like to talk about is um, aside from speaking skill, photography skill, baking skill, writing skill, and proofreading skill. Now, a lot of people in the school that you're going to would are also students, right? A lot of them are students. And so because they are students, one thing is sure, they are going to be needing some of the services that you will be positioned to, render. Let me take that one more time. Many of them would need the services or they will need your expertise. So proofreading skill is something you can use, you can leverage even when you move abroad, because a lot of people within the university community are going to be writing. And so that you can proofread for them is something that you can, benefit from. Secondly, secondly, photography skill. Photography skill is a relevant skill because a lot of people in your school would graduate, right? They would graduate semester to semester. So having photography skill would help you to be able to at least support other students like you and get rewarded in the process. Some of them would donate, to your social enterprise, if it is a social enterprise or your freelance business. Some of them, even if you choose to do it for free, would give you money and say, oh no, I want to appreciate you for doing this for me. And that is one of the benefits, benefits of having a mobile skill. That's one of the benefits of having a mobile skill. One of the benefits of having a mobile skill. Another thing I would like to share with you today again is cooking skill. Cooking. Many students would miss food from their countries. For God's sake, they are going to be missing food. The lifestyle of many students would be paralyzed because, oh no, they can't keep up with school deadlines and all. And if somehow you are able to balance things, I mean you, and then you're good at cooking, or you're able to develop that skill, guess what? You can be rewarded for your cooking skill. You can support students like you who are also studying by what? Helping with cooking. For instance, a lot of them would miss local food. And if you can bring your local, like the local flavor in your meals, gosh, they are going to love you. They are going to be rooting for you, and they are going to be calling you everywhere. Again, baking. You should learn how to bake. Learning how to bake, because it's very important, because it is a skill that that you can get rewarded for, not just within the student community, but I mean within, you can get reward. You will be rewarded by not just students, but also people who live in that community where your school is located. So today I've talked to you about the I've talked to you about the topic leveraging mobile skills as a scholar plans to study abroad in 2022. You see, the first thing is not to say, I just want to japa. I just want to japa. I just want to go. Yes, it's okay to have that mindset, because you need to fight for yourself. I mean, you need to fight for yourself, right? Yes, I get it. But what is the plan? And so the plan is, know the assumptions and try to get clear about the things that you think are the reality abroad that are not necessarily are not necessarily the reality. And so when you know what the assumptions are, understand what I've shared today about demystifying those assumptions. You may go through this video over and over and over again to understand this. Lastly, identify relevant skills that are mobile, that are not just mobile, but that are relevant and that are feasible. I mean skills that you can take through the SMART test: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time bound. So between now and 2022, or August of 2022, when you'll be getting admitted in one program or the other, begin to ask yourself, okay, what is that specific skill? What is that? Is it measurable? I mean, between now and that period, is it a skill that you can perfect? I mean, can you perfect baking? Can you perfect cooking? Can you perfect braiding? Can you perfect barbing? Can you perfect writing, public speaking, fashion designing, makeup artistry? Can you perfect photography? Between now and the time you're going to be checking out of your country, perfect that skill. Perfect it. And so specific in the sense, identify a mobile skill, like I've talked, like just like I've described today. Measurable, identify a timeline. Achievable, be very realistic. Ask yourself, if you leave your country today, if you leave Ghana today, if you leave Botswana today, if you leave Nigeria today, are you going to still be able to get rewarded for that skill? Will it be relevant in that country? Will you be able to touch the lives of people there with that skill? Now, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, be realistic. I mean, tell yourself the truth, okay? Time bound, okay? Give yourself a time frame that you want to. So for instance, say between January to March of 2022, commit to perfecting that skill. Commit to perfecting that skill, so that by the month of March, okay, that skill is already bringing you dividends. I mean, you're already earning passive income from that skill. Make sure that you perfect that skill. Be give yourself a time bound, a time frame, okay? January to March. Maybe you want to really, even if you have to borrow the money, see, borrow that money, learn that skill, okay? or talk to someone, do a fundraiser, just do something. Perfect that skill. Perfect that skill. When you perfect the skill, okay, it is easy, very easy for you to be able to then say that now that you have perfected the skill, begin to monetize, make a business out of it in your country and register it as a legitimate business before you leave. Make a business out of it and try to register it as a legitimate brand. If possible, build a website for that brand before you leave. I mean, put structure things and put everything online, okay? So that when you leave your country and you move to study, your system, the system that you have created is still there. Lastly, the dividends that you're able to get or the money that you're able to make from running that brand back home can help defray major application costs. Like my coaching program, for instance, like um, a proficiency test, like an application to a school that has funding, but that is really mandating application fee. Right? These are the things that you need to bear in mind. And I hope that this video has been useful. If you think this video has been useful, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The link to my YouTube channel is in the comment section for those watching on other platforms. And if you're watching live on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and because when you do turn on your notification bell, you'll be the first to know every time I release a new video. Abundance is here, there is no lack. And my name is Bisola Miriam. How to marry Ralojomi. I'll see you later. Bye. Good luck.